Startup. So welcome to another video from APAC GSMA's Short Videos Digital Champions series. I'm joined here today by Edy Sulistyo from GoPlay, and thank you, Edy, for joining us. Great for you to share some of your time with us today.
Thank you for inviting.
So it's a short interview, so we'll go straight into questions. This is really, we're really keen to understand your views on leadership and the vision for the region. So I suppose there's a lot of commentary about the importance of technology to the youth of Indonesia and the importance of youth to Indonesia's future. So how do you see your role as a leader of a technology company and of the younger generation for the future of Indonesia and its economy?
I think the role of technology in Indonesia is very, very important. I think this is one of the key reasons why I decided to go back for good to Indonesia back in 2013 to found Locket, and then now, and Locket was acquired by Gojek in 2017, and then now I'm leading GoPlay full time. I think the whole technology thing is really make a huge impact to Indonesian society. Something that people might see quite simple, maybe in outside Indonesia. It's actually not yet implemented in Indonesia, and with little technology, you can actually touch so many people's life and really making a big impact. One of the key things that we do in GoPlay is actually we're trying to make a real impact in the entertainment, especially in the film industry, because we know because the number of screen in Indonesia is very, very limited in terms of the population. We need a digital distribution platform so that all this content creator will have a platform or home for them to showcase the talent. And this is why the role of technology is very, very important, because if you rely on the infrastructure of building screen and everything, eventually it will get there, but it's going to take a while. While the role of technology of this digital distribution platform allow us to touch so many people's life in area that even don't have a cinema not right now. And we know that there's so many talented content creator that actually are very hyper local in that particular area. So yeah, so I think it's really, really important, the role of technology. And not only that, I think the data is also very, very important to help supporting that.
Okay, so I suppose streaming video is a very competitive sort of market now. Where does GoPlay see its differentiation or draw its differentiation from, and see the place of video on demand streaming in the future?
Yeah, I think first things first, I believe that there is no winner takes all market in the streaming services. And I think with the collaboration with many different services and our focus in GoPlay to focus on the local content, I think this actually helped overall industry in Indonesia, and particularly how we want and committed to actually empower the local content creator in Indonesia, which is obviously is not currently addressed by the other OTT and maybe the other commercial theaters. We believe that by looking this new talent and help and making GoPlay as the platform for the content creator to showcase and reach out more audience in Indonesia, it will help them to be discovered. It will help their talent to be discovered, and hopefully we can give them a home for them to showcase their talent, and hopefully they can be even more successful in Indonesia, and we will have a lot more talent born from Indonesia.
Okay, I see that GoPlay's got a few different payment models. So you've got pay-per-view, and you've also got streaming. I mean, where do you see the how you're going to compete in the different segments of the different pricing models? How does it work against, say, more established, bigger players like Netflix?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think the vision of GoPlay is really designed so that the content creator will have a sustainable home and a way for them to be discovered, right? So I think when we introduce multiple different business model, it's really designed for the content creator to be successful. And there are certain content that might do well in pay-per-view model, and there are certain content that might do well in donation model, and there are some content that might do well in subscription model, in revenue sharing. So by introducing multiple different arrays of services, we believe, and the data is also showing a very encouraging result that many content creators have have been successfully be more sustainable, and of course have more audience actually viewing their content. And in terms of revenue, I think this is the key, right? We want to make sure that they also have the sustainability on their content, on all the content that they create. So yeah, I think it's very interesting actually in the past 1 year or so.
Okay. And so for the last 6 months, I know the movie theaters in Indonesia have basically been closed. I mean, I haven't been able to go to movies for long now. I'd imagine your usage characteristics and your numbers of users have maybe changed over that time. Can you give us a little bit more insight on what has been the impact of COVID-19 on GoPlay and your vision or plans for the future?
Yeah, it is actually unfortunate that all the cinema have been forced to shut down for the safety reason. But I think in this kind of situation, it is very important for all the digital player, including GoPlay, to come together and actually help hand in hand with the cinema operator to actually continue showcasing the local talent, so that all the local content creator will have a place to keep and being productive. And it is actually seen, we can see on our GoPlay data that since the pandemic, that our engagement and our subscriber have increased significantly. And we also work very closely with the cinema operator like Cinema 21 or CGV to help distributing their content digitally, so that at least everybody can stay productive. We're hoping that this can pass and go away soon. But meanwhile, we have what we have what we in front of us, and we are trying our best to work together with everyone, so that the industry will keep moving, and at the same time, GoPlay can become the place for the content creator to be discovered.
Okay. And so I suppose a lot of people talk about the new normal as being something different, obviously, before the virus. I mean, do you see that when virus does eventually pass, or management procedures are in place to maybe minimize the impact on our lives, do you see we will return to watching movies in the cinema, or are we forever changed for the new normal in Indonesia?
Honestly, that's hard to predict. But what we see now, the behavior is actually people started to consume and looking for more entertainment at home. I still believe that there are certain content that might be suitable or better suited for the cinema experience, like the sound and the immersive experience, and also for the social elements to it. But from what we're looking at right now, a lot more people actually prefer to consume the entertainment from home. So I'm not sure if that's gonna stay, but it is what it is right now.
Okay. I suppose we've seen around the world, we've seen a number of changes or restrictions around content or from certain origins. So we've seen India make some bans on various apps and services, and there's obviously a lot of talk about America banning apps and services. I mean, does that provide an opportunity for someone like GoPlay? Is that creating an additional space for content players like yourself, you think?
Yeah, I think for us, of course, number one, we want to become the place for the content creator to showcase, as I mentioned previously. But at the same time, we also want to become a platform that can shape the future of generation through positive content. And I think this is very important, right? Especially for a platform that have access to more than half of Indonesian population today through Gojek ecosystem. We have this moral responsibility, and I think this is very important for us to curate the content. It's very important for us to stay working very closely with the government, with the censorship, with everyone, so that we can stay true to our dream and our vision to shape the future generation of Indonesia through positive content. And I know that certain app might be banned of certain country and everything, but again, for us, I think the most important thing is not to identify what they are not doing right or they're not doing wrong, but it's more like how we can continue making an impact for Indonesia through the content and through the platform that we have.
Okay. And when you talk about, we focus on Indonesian content. Obviously, K-pop and Korean content has a strong following in Indonesia and across the world. I mean, do you foresee that Indonesian content will rise to similar levels, in the future?
Absolutely. I think the key here is how to increase the quality of Indonesian content, so that people believe that Indonesian content is actually, and they're very proud of Indonesian content. And in fact, in the past 10 years alone, there's so many Indonesian content that have successfully traveled internationally and have successfully win many awards and recognized globally. And not only the content itself, but even the director, the talent have been recognized globally. And I think that the trend is going to even accelerate it in the next few years. And this is actually a very important a factor for Indonesian film industry right now, so that we can continue leveraging this momentum, and we continue creating and empowering people to create a high quality content. And when we do that, we help distributing through a digital platform like GoPlay, and hopefully we can reach more and more people. And at the same time, we help increase the industry, because the film industry is the key. If we can successfully increase the film industry, and we make people actually be proud and believe in Indonesian content, eventually everything else, not only the content, everything else, including the music, the F&B, the beauty, the travel, the tourism, will also increase together with that, because the film industry is, whether you like it or not, a movie is a good brainwashing tool, right? In a good ways. So if we can showcasing the Indonesian culture, showcasing the diversity of Indonesia, showcasing the beauty of Indonesia through the positive content, then eventually, we can make the whole creative industry to grow significantly as well.
Okay, and so I suppose that there's, in every country, there's always a lot of aspiring young people, want to be actresses, want to be on TV. I mean, what would your guidance or advice be to some young aspiring actor or actress about their future in Indonesian?
This is precisely why we built GoPlay, because we want to create. I mean, of course, there's many ways to address that, right? But our ways is because we are creating a premium platform that allowing the content creator to showcase their talent. We actually create many program to actually support this, many campaign to support this. Like recently, when we did the Gossip Girl, we actually create what we call a project cameo, which basically allowing people to be part of Gossip Girl and become the extras and the cameo. And sometimes we actually cast them to potentially have some speaking role as well. And this is how we keep identifying new talent. So we're not just focusing on the talent creator from the filmmaker point of view, but also the cast and everything, because I think this is the key, right? If we can help growing that, then the whole industry will grow.
Okay, so switching tack a little bit now, with all this content, I mean, mobile must be a big part of the delivery mechanism. I mean, very important. Is 4G enough, or is 5G something that's really required to support your future plans?
Well, 5G would be nice. I think the speed of 5G and everything would allow many new type of content, many type of content created in Indonesia. Something like live streaming with the high quality content, with the high definition, or maybe like allowing a new type of like 4K content be distributed over the network and everything. But I think for now, the most importantly, rather than the 5G is the how the internet access can reach everyone. I think that's the key, especially now during the pandemic. The internet is becoming the key, and it's no longer a secondary need, but it's becoming the primary need. How we can communicate, how we can deliver the education content, how we can deliver like entertainment content. I think that's the key. And of course, eventually the 5G will become very, very important to supplement that and creating even a better and new type of content.
Fantastic. I've got one more question for you then. You're going to be a keynote speaker at the upcoming GSMA Thrive event and on our content day and new culture and content day. How important for you is it that the industry comes together and people are exposed to these new ideas to help grow your business, but the industry generally?
Oh, it's actually very important, because when you have this vision, I think it's important to have this vision. You can find the like-minded people and like-minded business that support that. And I think collectively we can do bigger things than you can try to do yourself. I think I also believe that collaboration is always better than competing. And if we can find, if we can talk to the like-minded leader, if we can find the like-minded company to support your vision and the dream, and you can collectively do something, then you can move mountain easily.
Okay. Thanks very much for your time, Edy. I think some great insights and great comments, and look forward to your keynote at Thrive coming up. And thanks again for your time today.
Thank you.